and want me to move back to South Carolina, so we ended up getting into a big fight. The motherfucker tried to push me over a balcony, y'all, and then he tried to like keep me from leaving. Like, he got in my car and broke my keys. So to jump straight into it, here we go. So 11 months ago, I recorded a video about what happened to me and my son's father. So I'm going to insert the original video and then we'll come back here because there are some things that I had like blurred out and I was just so giggly and bubbly. I'm guessing I was nervous or something, I don't know. But and there you go, go to video. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry that you guys are sitting so low. I just had to go ahead and acknowledge that. Y'all sitting on my little my gears right now. Because I don't have a tripod in this car anymore. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Mo. But yeah, I decided to hop on here and just give y'all a little life update because I know it's been a while. It's been about what, 6 months probably longer than that. But I just want to give y'all an update real quick. So for starters, back in January, I did move to Charlotte, North Carolina. And it was cool. I was working at Amazon for a little bit, and then my ex ended up moving in with me. I'm gonna get to that point. I ain't gonna skip. My ex ended up moving in with me. You know, everything was straight. And I ain't want to tell his business, so I'm not gonna tell his business. But messed around with him, I ended up losing my job. Then I lost my car due to vandalism. And after that, I just moved out of my apartment. I just moved back to South Carolina to my mom's house temporarily. But before that, right before I was deciding to come back on April 6th, my mom's birthday, I ended up going to jail because oh, hold on. Me and my ex. Okay, so I ended up going to jail because me and my ex, we ended up getting into a big fight. Because he wanted me to move back to South Carolina, but I'm like, I'm not going to stay in a whole other state when I don't have transportation. I mean, I had transportation, but it was dangerous because my car was spray painted up, which I'm going to insert a clip of how my car was. And it's like, everybody knew who I was, and I didn't like that. Like, my car was just so easy, like, just so noticeable. So he didn't want me to move back to South Carolina, so we ended up getting into a big fight. The motherfucker tried to push me over a balcony, y'all, and then he tried to like keep me from leaving. Like, he got in my car and broke my keys, and like just doing dumb shit. So when I got the keys back, I had ran him over. I ran him over. So I got charged with assault with a deadly weapon. And I only did like 48 hours. I didn't have to pay to get out, thankfully. And then I had to go to court on April 10th. And that's when they gave me my next court date, which was July 10th. That's already passed, of course. But on April 10th, when I came, that's when I found out I was pregnant, y'all. Don't mind the oil stain. But yeah, I found out I was pregnant. And yeah, so I found out I was pregnant and stuff. And I came home from court on April 10th. And I didn't have no emotions at all. I kind of had a feeling that I was, because he was just one of them people, like, I want to be with you forever. Like, if we ain't together, I want you forever. But, you know, it's alright. It's cool. He's still in that plan. So yeah, we had court on July 10th. My case was dismissed because he didn't show up, which I already knew he wasn't, because he's scared of the damn police, y'all. That this man is terrified of the cops. So they dismissed my case. So I'm in the process of getting that expunged off my record. And yeah, like, since I've been back in South Carolina, I've been depressed as fuck, because South Carolina is a slow state. But I'm working at Walmart right now, and it's alright. It's getting me by. It's putting money in my pocket. It's gonna provide for my child in the meantime. So that's just where I'm at, y'all. That's my little life update. Alright, so welcome back to present day. Today is July 27, 2024. So as y'all saw, me and my child's father, we moved fast. Well, I didn't even say that in the last video, but I'm telling y'all now, we moved so fast. I moved to Charlotte at the end of January of 2023, and I think around that first week is when I met my son's dad. So the end of January 2023 is when I moved to Charlotte, and I met my son's dad within that first week of me moving there. We was texting, you know, consistently. We was going out, just getting to know each other. And he was on the band, so he had curfew. And I think he had to be in around like 5 or 6 p.m. because he has curfew. So I'm like, man, like, that shit is lame. So I'm like, well, shit, fuck it. Like, we cool, we chilling, we vibing. I got my own spot. Plus, you don't get to know nobody for real until you live with them. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, like, you know, just come move in with me, whatever. And so this was like in February, after Valentine's Day, because his birthday is Valentine's Day. So it was after his birthday. I said, well, shit, fuck it, just come on and move in, whatever. So everything was going good, y'all. Like, we was in it. We was having a time, but so stuff started going downhill when he had this contact named my sister, and I was riding around with him. The first time I saw it, it was a phone call, and I'm like, hey, your sister calling? And he like, bro, I'll call her back later. She just mad because I was supposed to pick up the kids from the bus stop and I didn't. Alright, cool. That's y'all busy. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So going forward, I wanted to set the timer on his phone in case my phone didn't go off, because my phone be malfunctioning like that. So I'm setting the timer. Next thing you know, I see the text message from my sister, and I kid y'all not, y'all, that shit say, so you just gonna leave me and I'm pregnant? So I had him his phone. I'm like, hey, you need to handle that. Like, first of all, who is that? Because they can't be your sister. Because I'm like, ain't no way your sister gonna be mad about you moving out of her house because she pregnant. So he like, bruh, that's my sister friend. I blocked the girl. So now she texts me from my sister phone. But man, fuck that bitch, yada yada yada. Okay. So like, handle that. And then what's up? Like, you got a baby on the way? Like, you need to go back to her. Like, I'm good over here. I don't have no kids. Like, I'm straight. Go back. So, he didn't want to go back. You know, he was done with her, I guess. From what he was telling me, she was putting her hands on him, and he was, yeah, ain't none of my business. Still to this day, I don't give a damn. But next day, probably like 2 days later, he sleep in the living room, and his phone just ringing and ringing and ringing. And at this point, it says no caller ID. So I'm like, I'm bet it's that my sister. So I'm like, let me answer the phone. So I'm like, hello. So person on the line like, who is this? And I'm like, this such and such girlfriend or whatever. And she like, girlfriend? Talking about that nigga just got me pregnant and now he got a girlfriend, yada yada yada. So I'm like, oh, okay. So y'all, I kid you not, I put that man's shit outside nicely. I didn't throw his shit. I gently took it out my house, put it on the ground. So and I got a video of that, but I'm not gonna do that because me and him, we cool, and at the end of the day, that's my child's father, so I'm not gonna out him like that. So I could though, but I ain't gonna do that. But alright, so cool. Fast forward, put his stuff out. The girl, I gave her the address of where he was at. She pull up, she did him in. Kid you not, I let it happen because I'm a girl's girl, and I feel like you hurt her, so she gonna hurt you back. So anyway, she called me later on, and she got my number because he wanted his phone back when I was on the phone. So I gave her my number and we started talking. So she called my phone later on that day, and she was like, she had some of his documents or whatever, and she wanted to give it back to him. So at first, I was just gonna go get it by myself, but he is like, he was like, nah, he wanted to come. So I'm like, shit, all right, you know, do your thing, player. So go to get the stuff, and then they get into it again and again. Do your thing, cause I'm done with this nigga. Like, I'm just being a good-hearted person. That's the thing about me. Like, my heart is a blessing and a fucking curse. Cause I'm like, this nigga really just did this shit, and I'm still being nice, looking out. But one thing about me though, I'm always a friend before a girlfriend. So being his friend, I'm like, shit, all right, go handle your business. I know you pretty much don't have no place to go, so just stay out my way. You can stay, but just stay out my way, and we straight. Fast forward, we ended up being cool again somehow. Like, cause I'm like, this happened between y'all before me and you got together, so I can't hold that over your head. But going forward, like, I need you to be real. Like, you know, don't be doing that lying shit. So of course, me, I still hold grudges. So my bad, y'all, my name is Walker Bye. But me, I still hold grudges and stuff. So he was like, he wanted to not move his sister in. His sister was going through some stuff, and she wanted to stay the night or stay the weekend. And I'm like, shit, you know, that's cool, whatever. So those 2 nights end up being a week. And then in that week, she's like, she's bored. And I'm like, well, if you're bored, you know, you can go home, because you can go home. But I guess what, not mine, because that ain't my business to be telling. It's not my business to be telling. So let me not. So she was like, well, can my friend, you know, come over and like just spend time with me or whatever. So I'm like, shit, alright. Like, I don't care, because I'm about to move out anyway at this point, because it's too much negative energy in here, and like, I'm not fucking with it. So ended up, the dude, he stayed up until I moved out. Like, while I was moving out, he was still there. His sister was still there, and my baby daddy was still there. So I'm like, alright, shit, cool. Like, yeah, it's time to go. I don't want to be in this apartment no more. Like, it's just too much bad vibes. And I know everybody say, well, just pray and open up a window, burn some sage. Not me. When that negative energy get in my spot and it's too big, I'm just letting the whole thing go. They lucky I ain't burn the shit down. But so I skipped some parts, y'all. I lost my job. I skipped that part. I lost my job dealing with him and his bullshit. I lost my job. And then, of course, if I ain't got no job, I ain't paying no rent. So, I ended up getting evicted. So, I could have stayed because I had another job doing waxing because I am a licensed esthetician in North Carolina and South Carolina. So, I could have, like, kept the apartment. But, again, it was too much negative energy and I wanted out. So, since I had my job pretty much lined up, I was supposed to start, I don't even know the dates no more. I was supposed to start working, matter of fact, I was supposed to start working on April 10th as a waxing specialist. So we ended up getting a room. And so everything, it was still like distant, like I wasn't fucking with him. So what happened? So I still wasn't fucking with him really. Attitudes was up there, so I'm trying to keep my space, go do what I need to go do laundry, and he just do what he do. So it was one night he wasn't, matter of fact, the night I got arrested, he wasn't feeling good. And so I was like, well, you know, I don't mind going to Aldi's real quick and getting some little chicken broth because we was close to the Aldi's. So I'll get you some little chicken broth, some chicken soup or whatever, since you can't keep nothing down right now. Alright, cool. So whatever he had, I don't want that shit. I'm keeping my distance. So like there's, you know, in like a hotel room, you got your beds and then you got the little couch right kind of next to the door. So he's in bed, he's laying down. I'm sitting in the couch, just chilling, minding my business. Pretty much on the phone with my mama anyway, because we're talking about my brother show he had coming up in Charlotte. So I was talking to her about that. So when I hung up the phone with her, he like, oh, you just want to leave me anyway. You want to leave me anyway. And I'm like, the fuck is you even talking about right now? Like, I'm talking about going to a show in Charlotte to support my blood brother. But you got it. So he like, well, why you all the way over there by the door? Why you not over here laying down? Cause nigga, you sick. I don't know what the fuck you got. You over there throwing up and shit. Like, I don't want that. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm about to go. Like, fuck this shit. I got my keys. So he called his sister. He like, no, you ain't going nowhere. You and my sister, y'all about to fight. Y'all about to fight. I'm like, fight for what? And I was like, alright, you know what, shit, cool. Cause if y'all know me, y'all know I don't back down from no fights. I'm gonna sit my ass right there. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. Like, alright, waiting. So as I'm sitting there waiting, just in my own little thoughts, something like, girl, don't stay here. You got a bachelor's degree. You got a job coming up where you about to start waxing again. Don't risk it for this. Don't risk it for this. So I'm like, shit, alright, fuck it. Go downstairs, cause like there's like a little staircase where my car was parked at. Going downstairs. Why this motherfucker chasing me outside, y'all? Get in my car, talking about, nah, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. I broke my keys off the keychain. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So he went back upstairs, and I'm just sitting there waiting, like, bro, like, give me my fucking keys. So, cool. I called the cops at this point, because one thing I'm gonna do is call the motherfucking cops. If I want to go, I want to go. So I called the cops. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to leave a situation, and he's not letting me leave. And if you don't send a car, a unit, whoever, in the next 5 minutes, this shit's gonna go down. So they're like, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? So I'm like, bro, I'm at the time I didn't know where I was at, but I was on Woodlawn. And so he's still upstairs. So I like, shit, fuck it, let me go up there and try to get my keys from him. I see his phone was on the ground because he dropped it. I don't know how he dropped his phone, but he dropped his phone, so I picked that shit up and went back downstairs to my car. So he like, call my phone. call my phone. I can't find my phone. Fuck, I'm here to find your phone for. So he's like, you found my phone, I'll give you your keys back. I'm like, here nigga, your phone right here, give me my keys. So cool. I get in my car and I'm good, like I'm gone. But where I fucked up at, I was on the phone with my mama and I was talking about the situation to my mama, like in detail. That is where I fucked up at, because one thing about me, when I talk about something and I'm pissed, all I'm doing is fueling that rage. So at this point, I'm like telling her what's going on. I'm like, wait, mama. I said, you know what? Fuck that. I kid you not, y'all. I told my mama, I said, fuck that. So I was driving a Nissan Sentra, as y'all can see in that previous video. I was driving a Nissan Sentra. I put my car in reverse, and now it got a camera where I could see where I was going. I said, fuck that camera. I put my car in reverse, and I mashed that gas, and I hit a tree. So like the car, it had like a big dent, like in the like near the trunk space. So I'm like, man, fuck that shit. So I swear, back in the parking lot, ran him over. I ran him over. But he ain't die though. He ain't die, he good. But yeah, I did that. And I skip again, y'all. Damn, I really been skipping. So before I ran him over, when I got my keys back, the police was still, the dispatcher was still on the phone with me. And I remember putting the car in reverse. He was standing in front of my car. And when I looked at him, I just mashed the gas and I hit him. I think his head hit my windshield or something. And so I'm telling the dispatch, I said, yeah, and I just hit him. I just ran him over. So you need to bring your units or whatever. I told y'all this was going to happen if they wasn't here in a matter of seconds that I said. So she like, you hit him? You hit him? I said, yeah. So I guess somehow the phone got disconnected. I don't know. But that's when I kind of like left out the parking lot, was at the stop sign, and was talking to my mama about it. And then that's when the rage came over, and I put the car in reverse, and I went back to hit him again. That's what it was. I went back to hit him again. But at this point, I was like, you know what? I done hit you once. I'm not gonna hit you again. So I got out the car and I started chasing him. And I thought about it. I said, oh shit. I'm like, what's wrong? I said, I'm doing all of this. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My brother had needed my help. But I'm like, oh shit. And so my mama, she like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I said, I'm doing all of this whole time. Ain't no insurance on my car. Yeah, I was just wilding out on my mama's birthday. Ain't had no insurance. So I'm like, well, mom, I said, add me to your insurance real quick. I got the money in cash, but I need it on my card to pay it. Well, mom, go to the store and just do it. I can't go nowhere, mama. The police here now. I can't go nowhere. But mom, the store right there. Mama, I cannot go nowhere. The police is here. That would be me fleeing the scene. I cannot go nowhere. So she like, all right, Mo. So did she do it? I don't know, because my ass went to jail. But the police officer, he was real cool. Like, he asked me everything, and like I was willing to tell him, because one thing about me, fuck, I'm a lie for. I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't scared of nobody. So the police asked me what happened. I told them in detail exactly what happened, how it went down. They look at the video footage from the hotel, everything lined up. So yeah, so I ended up going to Mecklenburg County Jail, but I only did like 48 hours, and they put me on like a WPA, a written promise to appear, so I didn't have to pay to get out of jail or nothing like that. So did my little 48 hours, and what else? I think I stayed Did I leave or did I stay? I think I stayed in Charlotte until the 10th. I think I stayed in Charlotte until the 10th because that's the day I had court. So my public defender, when we got in the courtroom, he came and talked to me or whatever, and he was asking me about the situation, and he was like, so if he does show up to court, how do you plan to plead? And I said guilty. I did it. He said, well, yeah, you did say that. You said it to the dispatchers, you said it to the police, because he was like, that would have been a harder, you know, case to fight with you, you know, saying that you did it. And I'm like, well, shit, I did. So my baby daddy, he didn't show up to court, so my case got dismissed. And then I found an attorney, because at first there was like I could have did community service to get it expunged, but I would have to stay up there in North Carolina, and so I ended up finding an attorney and I got it expunged. So, but when I got home on the 10th, because I remember when I got booked, the officer or the CO, she was like, it's about my cycle. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. So when I got home on the 10th, I took a test, pregnancy test, because I remember when I was getting booked, the CO, she was like asking if I wanted to take a test. Matter of fact, that wasn't the CO, she was the nurse. I think she was the nurse in the jail. So she like, well, when was your last, you know, cycle? And I was like, oh, it was in March. So she asked if I wanted to take a test there. I told her no, because like, I know me, like I'm irregular. So when I got home on the 10th, that's when it kind of dawned on me, like, okay, sis still ain't show up. So I went and take a test. When I tell you that line showed up so motherfucking quick, y'all. And honestly, truthfully, when I saw it, I just handed a test to my mama and walk off. And I went to the hospital, went to my OB and to confirm it, and it was positive. So at the beginning, like, I really didn't have no emotions. I was very numb, especially given the circumstances of me and his father. So I didn't really have any emotions. I wasn't excited, but you know, I love my baby, of course. Like, it grew on me, it really did, because at first I had that vibe like maybe I'm just a surrogate, because I didn't know what I wanted to do, especially when I was working at Walmart. But time went on, and I told his father, like, that same week I found out. Did I text him on the 10th? I think I did text him on the 10th to let him know. And then we pretty much stopped communication. Like, he would get updates in regards to that, but as far as like communicating other shit, that was dead. We didn't start communicating again until August. And yeah, like right now he's in jail, but yeah, like, ain't no bad blood. Like, I love my baby, he love our baby, and that's that story. I just wanted to make sure that I had a little healthy pregnancy journey before I actually came out with it, because of course, you know, I recorded it. I ran out of storage, but yeah, I recorded it, but just didn't post it, kept it private up until now. And here's my little bean right here, being a busybody. But I will post like not pictures, but like videos of like what my journey was like. I didn't like really vlog, I just have some ultrasounds, but I will post those in another video. And that's all for this video. So until next time, say bye bye.